Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition, to another installment of Hashtag Faith the Black. I'm your host, Donnell Lamonte Morris. Right now, I'm a one-man show, but I promise you, as the show goes on, I will not be by myself. My panel, Beast Johnson and Mayo will be coming on a little bit later into the show. So right now, it's just me, Donnell Lamonte Morris. And not to hold up so many things, let's go and jump into our opening statements. First of all, I want to do a big shout out to today's sponsor, Real Cheddar Boy Popcorn, as they will flash right there. They got 12 different flavors. I'm about to put the website on you. They do deliver. And if you're here, they have hot dogs. They got funnel cakes. They also got sandwiches. And the Reuben is something to get over here in Des Moines, Washington. Real Cheddar Boy Popcorn. Their address is on the screen. Well, the web address. So my opening statement is going to go along the lines of sports. Who do you got in these finals? You got Milwaukee, or do you got the Suns? Now, me as a Mavericks fan, I'm just happy that the Mavericks make it to the playoffs. Everybody remember early 2000s when Mark Cuban bought the team, the Mavericks was always in the playoffs. And then Dirk finally got over the hump. We finally won our championship for Dirk. And ever since then, it's been up and down. But as for the past two seasons, we've been making it to the playoffs with Luka. CP3. A lot of people disagree that this man deserves the MVP this year. I don't know if they already gave out the MVP. I don't know. But CP3 deserves to be MVP, or at least be one of the candidates for MVP this year. Because Phoenix was never this good. Now, this is coming from me. Phoenix has never been that team that you would think will make it to the finals. Playoffs, yeah, they're a consideration. But when CP3 joined this team, I knew for a fact that they was going to make it to the playoffs. CP3 has that ability to just make everybody around him better. He did that with every team he went to. Look what he did with the Clippers. He made Blake Griffin better. Look what he did with Houston. He made James Harden better, even though James Harden seems like a freaking diva to play with. And CP3 don't want to make the team his team. And with him going to Phoenix, he made Devin Booker better. Devin Booker is playing out his mind. The last game he was playing out his mind, even though they fell short. But still, CP3 deserves his props. He deserves to win this finals if Phoenix can pull through, because they're about to go back. About to go back home. Another, I think it's like, excuse me. I think it's a 3-game stretch. I could be wrong. On these next games coming up, and I believe that Houston could close this matchup out. But no matter how this season ends, we need to put some respect on CP3's name. What he has done for Phoenix and everybody around him. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my stuff because I want to share this show out, because we're solely on here on YouTube. Let me see, share to page. But what I'm saying is we need to give this man his props. We need to give this man his cigar. For the women, they say we need to give them their roses now while they're on this earth. For the men, we need to give them their cigars while they're on this earth. CP3 probably still got maybe 3 more years. 3 more years left in him. And if he do not win this championship, it'd be a damn shame that he don't. And we need to start put some respect on CP3's name. This man has done all he could in his career. He's elevated every team that he went on. Yes, were there times where players didn't get along with them? I mean, it happens. I mean, even with the best of them. Michael Jordan. Y'all don't criticize Michael Jordan. Kobe. Y'all don't criticize Kobe for that. I mean, the list goes on and on. The veterans do that so the rookies or the young players finally gets it. And that's one thing you have to get to CP3. So my opening statement is this. CP3 deserves MVP. Period. He deserves it. He deserves to be known as one of the best. And with this championship will solidify that. But still, even if he don't win the NBA Finals this year, he still should be respected as one of the best in the game. And with that, we're going to be right back. And then we're really going to get into some topics. Really going to talk about boy Seepaway, what the heck is going on. He's finally appealing, and hopefully, we're going to talk about all about that when we come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I want to talk about our boy Sleepaway here. So, as of late, that you've been rocking with us a long way, been watching the show. Here's an article on our boy from Swim, if I said that right.com. This is an article. Sleepaway in layman's terms basically is filing an appeal. He's filing an appeal to the hires of the Olympics of this year that he should compete. Me and Teach went over the reasons, our different reasons why they're not allowing him to compete. Honestly, y'all know I don't do the conspiracy thing. I don't like the conspiracy thing. I don't. I like to dabble in a thing called truth and the facts that leads to the truth. I don't want to believe in far-fetched stuff that sounds good, but in all reality is not true. But I believe that the reason why the Olympics do not want this man to compete is a simple reason because they don't want him to revolutionize his country. You got a man that has a whole country. This country, ladies and gentlemen, Guinea-Bissau is not that big compared to all the other African nations, African countries within Africa. It's not one. It's not the biggest. And for him to do what he is doing will make a whole nation stand up. Make kids have hope for the future. Put themselves in Sipaway's shoes. For them to do the same thing. Because I guarantee you, none of them, I won't say none of them. Let's say, just like me, I'm afraid of the water. I'm afraid of swimming. I can't swim. I'm not even going to lie. Let's say some of them have that phobia. Some of them are afraid to swim. Now you got somebody from your country that is swimming like it ain't no thing. Can inspire a kid. Hell, inspire an adult to practice swimming, or at least know the techniques of swimming. Or even if they know how to swim better, to compete at swimming. And then we'll put this country on the map. Because a lot of y'all probably be like, unless you are real geologist, you love, traveling the world, or a big geology fan, you probably heard of Guinea-Bissau for the first time ever. Imagine Sipaway. Now, to let you know, he is, listen to me, he is the swim team. Let me say that again. He is the swim team. Meaning, there's nobody else on the swim team but him. When I say that he literally got this country on his back, he literally got this country on his back. And it should not be a reason why he couldn't compete just because he's the only man on the swim team or on the swim team. This country deserves to be represented. Age shouldn't even be a factor. Excuse me. It shouldn't. The reason why, I'm like this. I kind of still do. I believe that you should be driving when you hit a certain age. Yes, I said it. If you're 70 years old and you're driving 25 miles in the 55 in a 55 speed zone, you should be driving. But that's just me. But you do got people that are 70 that's still driving like it ain't no thing. So if Sipaway is excelling at what he's doing, that he's not super slow compared to all the world athletes representing all the countries, that he got the same training regimen, he got experience, and that he hasn't lost a step, then let him compete. It'd be a difference if he's not even at least not even an amateur. That he don't do the techniques or nothing, or at least half the speed they are when they swim in the water. So, what's the holdup? What's stopping it? What's the big deal? What is the issue? You could tell me whatever. You could be like, Morris, this is a conspiracy. You saying things out your butt. You can go ahead and say that. But you're not going to tell me anything different on why he can't compete. So I'm happy that Superweight is y'all can go read this article because right now I'm just paraphrasing. This is the site right here. Look this up. I'm just basically just giving you the story for what it is told and what I know. That this is basically it's a crock of crap. Period. Ladies and gentlemen, Superweight is going to compete. If you like it or not. He's going to compete. He is going to bring home a medal. Be great he bring home the gold. If he bring home the bronze or the silver, that's great too. Not only great for him, but great for Guinea-Bissau. And it's a shame that not other outlets, definitely the American outlets, are not reporting on this story. But if it was somebody of a different complexion, they would be on it. They will be jumping on it. They will be talking and saying that this is not right. Not even the small little outlets are reporting this. Now, like I said in the last show, American media is not the end all be all. But for you not to cover it, it's telling. Because now I'm thinking to myself, it sounds like you're in on it. It's like everybody, everybody's joking around, everybody got the joke, but the only people that gets the joke is y'all. And nobody else, and then the person out is like, okay, what's going on? Seems like America, the Olympic Committee for United States could be in on it because Superweight, I don't know if he got dual citizenship. I don't know if he gave up his U.S. citizenship. I don't know. But it sounds to me that the U.S. was pissed off when he did it. So you ain't telling me nothing. Superweight's a brother. Superweight is a panelist on this show. And this man put in work. If you follow this man on his freaking Facebook, he always put in the hours, the training regimen, all that stuff. This man is chiseled. And the numbers that he was clocking in, putting in, were Olympic type standard type of results that he was putting in. Was putting them in lap by lap. He's not just there just to be there. He's there for a reason. He's not just there to win medals. He's there to represent his country. And he's the only one representing the swim team of Guinea-Bissau. What is the issue, Olympics? What is the issue? He's a one-man band, okay. Still, let him compete. It's not like he's going to do a relay race by himself. He's not, because he's the only one. So he's basically going to do 1-min events in the swimming contest. Come on. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But I'm not even fingers crossed. I'm going to say this. The next time we talk about this, the next time that we hit on this story, it's going to be when the Olympics appeals this decision and that he competes. That they got no choice but to. That they realized that they made a mistake when they thought they was doing something in good faith and they found out that they was doing it in bad faith. And this is a big middle finger to the U.S. media, sports media, and their committee for, number one, splitting the committee, but for the U.S. media, it's a big middle finger to them because, you know, I still got dual citizenship. I was born in the United States, and you didn't want to cover it, so you know what? Fuck you. And same to the committee. I knew y'all was behind this, so F you too. Watch. The ancestors will seep away. No doubt in my mind. He's going to get his justice. Either they like it or not, one way or the other. He's going to get his justice. Trust and believe. Seep away if you're watching this right now, man. Win this. And I'm not just talking about this case. I'm talking about everything. Now you got all the reasons in the world and the biggest chip on your shoulder to win a medal. And see how you come. I can see it now. You coming back to Guinea-Bissau, and every person, and definitely every kid in the street celebrating with you with either the bronze, the silver, or the gold in your hand. And them just jumped around, just want to touch it and feel it. But all in all, that you revolutionized and uplifted that country. We all behind you, Seep Away. We all believe in you. Just as much as Guinea-Bissau does. And they behind you, we're behind you. You're going to win that case. You're going to win it, and it's going to be egg all on their faces. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a long commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how to break this news. Mm. As I was going on my Instagram, I just got the breaking news that this icon behind me right here, Biz Markie, legendary rapper, has passed away. Just when I got was 23 minutes now, it's 25 minutes now. It's been confirmed by his wife that Biz Markie has passed away. Um, you know, Biz Markie is a legend. He's an icon. He was back in the days of Big Daddy Kane. Um, I got one of his songs, "The Vapors." Everybody remember that one song. You got what I need, but you say he just friend. But he was also well known for his beatbox skills as well. This, I mean, this for me. It does hit home, and it hits hard for the hip hop community. I just wish Beach Johnson um, was on the show. I think it probably would hit him a lot harder because Bismarck he has influenced a whole generation. Um, like I said, with beatboxing, DJ, um, even had his own career at the same time, and this is the second time in my broadcasting career that I had to do breaking news with the, with the unrehearsed podcast. I unfortunately had to deliver news of Kobe Bryant's passing, and now here for hashtag Fade to Black to report Biz Markie has passed away. Um, my condolences, my blessings, my heart goes out to his family and mainly his fans, friends. Um, this is wow. I'm I'm honestly at a loss for words. Um, I Let me see if I can give out accurate information. Excuse me. On his passing and see what the conditions is. But bump the conditions on what he passed away from. Let's remember this man for what he's done for hip hop. That's if you have records, you download music or any type of music you got of him, play it, rock out to it, jam out to it. If you got blunt, smoke one with it, um, whiskey, whatever. Uh, let's celebrate the life of Biz Markie. Whatever songs you have, play it. If you're a big fan, get tunes where he first got started from his very first album. Have a binge on listening to his music. I remember Biz Markie. He also had a couple. He was in the last Men in Black. Uh, he also was. I remember he was in what was that show? I think it was like Celebrity Boot Camp or something like that, where he was trying to cut and lose weight, which it was pretty funny. He had that look like I'm just here, but he was actually cutting the weight. once again, I'm honestly at a loss for words, so I just want to once again send my thoughts and blessings, my heart out to his family, to his friends, and mainly to his fans. Bis Markie, you're going to be missed. Um, to tell you the truth, it'd be a damn shame that you can go to any of these rappers nowadays and they would know who Biz Markie is. You would smack them upside the head if they didn't know who Biz Markie is. They should get smacked upside the head. But Biz Markie directly and indirectly affected these influence, not only just hip hop, but the artists that's been coming out, including today. And so, on behalf of hashtag Fade to Black, we're going to do a moment of silence for him as I go ahead and mute my mic. Biz Markie, gone, but he will not be forgotten. Biz Markie, thank you for everything. Biz Markie, thank you, thank you, and thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, shout out to Real Chat Boy Popcorn. I'm trying to get my mind back focused on the task at hand. Once again, my condolences goes out to the Biz Marquee family and friends, and mainly the fan base. He will be missed. Biz Marquee gone at 57. So, going back to what we were talking about. So, I did a video about the father recording himself um, with his daughter. And I said in the video that two things was wrong in that video. So if y'all haven't seen the video, I don't know if the video is viral or what, but the video is basically a father calling his daughter, um, you know, saying, how she's doing and what have you, and she's giving an attitude. And he's basically sitting there, taking it while she's just saying that she don't want to talk to him and why are you calling me? And I mean, just the blatant disrespect. Excuse me, sorry. The blatant disrespect. But then also how the dad was just basically taking it and trying to compromise with his daughter. Now, my thing is, like I said, here's the two things that are wrong with that video. Number one, obviously, the elephant in the room is the daughter was rude. And apparently, both the mother and father either divorced or separated, for some reason, which I'm not going to dig deep into, but obviously they're not together. And the daughter was just giving them attitude. And usually that's a trait that is inherent in the daughter probably because of the mother. And so, like I said, I'm not going to dig too deep into it, but usually, though, the daughter, and not only just a daughter, but kids that's dealing with two separate, dealing with both of their parents being separated, and whoever they're under custody with, 9 times out of 10 is going to be the mother. They're going to inherit the trait from them. So let's keep that in mind. And even if the custody goes to the father, even though 9 times out of 10 that don't happen, I'm saying those kids just don't get those traits out of nowhere. They gotta learn it somewhere. And for that daughter to be as rude to her father, first of all, even if I say the first sentence is being smart, my folks will literally put their hand through the phone and literally grab me and tell me, who you think you're talking to? So that was the obvious. Now, the other part that nobody's not talking about. Dad, father, why are you compromising with your daughter? Second of all, why are you recording it? But I'm gonna be fair. Let's throw the recording thing out the window. Let's throw that out. I'm not even gonna bring that up. If y'all need to go to my Instagram if you follow me. It's based Elemonte 31, as you can see at the bottom right here. Here my take on the recording part. Y'all can go there. It's in my stories. But I'm going to talk about how he was just sitting there trying to compromise with, oh, well, I am your dad. I am your dad. Well, she's not acting like that. She's your dad. That's the problem. That's the issue. Because first of all, when she was getting smart with you, wherever you was doing or wherever you was going, or I don't know if I think he was driving or the person recording was driving. I don't know. Wherever we was going, you can throw those plans out the window. We're going straight to your house. I'm coming to your house because I'm like, who you think you talk to? Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna be there. Give me 5 minutes or less. Because definitely for a father to have his kids talk to him any kind of way, life ceased to exist. Definitely us men, we're seeing red. And not only that we're seeing red, we're trying to figure out like what the F just happened and what the hell I'm gonna do to you when I see you. That's what should have happened. Now, to be fair, he should call his baby mama, ex-wife, whatever side of the field she's on. Hey, I'm coming over there. Because my daughter, our daughter, has a very quick tongue and has some bass in her voice when she was talking to me. I'm not one of her homeboys at school or homegirls that she chill with. I don't know if she talks to you like that, because she talks to you like that, she ain't gonna talk to me like that, and I would talk to her about her talking to you like that. But no here, no there. I'm a corrector. That's what should have happened. Now, a lot of gonna sit there and say, "Well, Morris, you're not a father. You don't know." Tell you the truth, you're right. I don't know. But speaking of but, finally, I am not alone.
Oh, you was alone. So what's up?
Not much. I was just talking about the video that I shared in our Instagram group about the father getting disrespected by his daughter. But before we go into that, I don't know if you're tracking the news. I had to break the news. Biz Markie has passed.
No, I just found out. What's his name? Charlie Williams, or as black folk of our generation know, the black dude from Night Court.
Yeah.
He also played.
Yeah.
He also played Mr. James and set it off.
Mm-hmm.
That he had passed, and I did not hear about Biz Markie.
Yeah.
That's a
Biz. Yeah. Yeah.
That right there is another example of that Proverbs, death and life in the power of the tongue. Because this is like the second or third black celebrity I can think of that was presumed dead prior to them actually dying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that, where they actually got it wrong and he was still alive. I think two prominent people that I know that corrected that story was Big Daddy Kane and Roland Martin.
Those I know they did that with John Singleton, and they tried to do that with DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, you don't see nobody nowadays. They quick to just say, "Oh, they dead."
Yeah. And Biz Markie had an influence in music. So, when's your take on Biz Markie? If we can talk about that, because obviously, you're an independent artist, hip hop artist, not to mention a singer, and I know you probably do a little beatboxing here and there. But what do you think is the lasting work that Biz Markie has left in your eyes? What's the lasting impression that he left on you?
Who he is in general. When you think of Biz Markie, that's the legacy that he left. A legacy of laughter, of joyful nature, of introspective yet comical wordplay, and just an all around self confidence and self assurance of himself. Of all the big niggas in hip hop, especially of the pioneer big niggas, he was definitely on the ugly side. But it did not stop him from making one of the most beautiful songs about a thought.
Mm-hmm.
You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Like,
yeah.
That one song, here's the legacy of this man. When you that song alone has been duplicated, imitated, remixed. It's now a childhood ditty and limerick within the Black community. Oh, baby, you got a disease. Yep. You say it's just a rash. You need to go and wash your ass. Oh, baby, you. See? Yeah. There are children now who know that rhythm and know that melody through that little ditty. Not even knowing that it actually came from a rap song. Not even knowing that that rap song was based off of and inspired by classical music.
Mm-hmm. He even dressed up too in that video, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I encourage everybody. Yeah, I encourage everybody to watch that video. Oh baby, you gotta watch that video. The video is hilarious, but also it's the truth. Definitely at the end when he went to go visit her at the college and come to find out that she was already smashing somebody else. Crazy, huh? Man. I mean, Biz Markie was talking through a lot of brothers during that time that had that happen to him, and he even.
It's funny thing. That song is very poignant nowadays because a lot of brothers out there feeling that simp energy off a girl that they trying to hit. She just keep pushing the marker back, add a couple more yards to the end zone. Every time. Why? Because there's a whole other team of niggas in the end zone right now doing the Super Bowl shuffle and shooting a music video. She ain't got no nothing yet.
Nope. But she won't use you if she need to go shopping or if one of them break your heart, break her heart. She know who to go to.
Every team needs a water boy. We ain't talking Bobby Boucher.
Yep. And the crazy thing is, like I said, he was talking for a lot of brothers, and I'm happy that you brought up that point about nowadays because this was way before sipping was a thing, and now all of a sudden it got a name now. Sipping.
It was simping. We just didn't call it simping.
Call it simping, yeah. That's why I meant like it wasn't even a name for it then, you know. But now he basically predicted the future. He even showed that even if you got the money, because it was based on a true story, it happened to him.
The song starts off. I'm on tour. I'm doing a show. I hop off the stage. I meet this chick. She like a good Saiyan warrior. She hides her true power level and hides the whole energy within her. So my scatter don't pick it up. And now I'm caught. Now I'm calling. Yep. I'm always talking to her homegirls. I'm always catching her just as she leaving. I hear a random nigga in the background. Oh, that's just my roommate's boyfriend. Oh, that's just my homeboy from biology class. I saw you. Let me start something.
Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, Biz Markie had like the Vapors. Vapors is one of my favorite songs. The Vapors. That song was that song was kind of like I think that song was made before. No, I think
It
the song was
was
after. It was
that was not. I think the Vapors was like the introduction. That was like the street
nah.
shit.
And his album was called Picking Boogers. Hey, and the cool thing about that song, the reason why I like the Vapors so much is because he goes through his whole entire crew. His whole entire crew, how people saw that they won't shit to them becoming who they are and still are today. Like he definitely talked about his boy Big Daddy Kane, because Big Daddy Kane, he is still not trying to go off Biz Markie, but to me, Big Daddy Kane is the most underrated hip hop artist to me that transcended that basically just transcended the hip hop game, because he used old school joints. Like majority of his music was with old school samples. We're talking James Brown, we're talking Parliament. I mean, the list goes freaking on.
I agree, but I disagree only because I view him more personally as one of the most underrated lyricists of hip hop. Like his wordplay was definitely one of a kind.
Yes,
He's definitely a pioneer of saying some slick shit real smooth and riding the beat with.
You sure is right about that. Like I believe if Big Daddy Kane came back with an album, I believe his music will fit perfectly with this generation. I believe that. I believe that his music, people be like, oh snap, to the point where he got everybody in the game changing their style because of Big Daddy Kane. I honestly believe that.
But this is a man that was sleeping with white women when it was still it still wasn't cool. Like he was sleeping with well-known white women. Sleeping with white women he had no business sleeping with. Kind. Slept with Madonna. And that mess.
And it's just crazy just to see that him and Biz Markie were best friends. It was part of that. It was part of that clique. But yeah, Biz Markie, ladies and gentlemen, gone. This is my second time reporting on having to report something like this.
These are the type of deaths that make you feel sad, because at the same time, I guess the Christian in all of us really questions heaven. Like these kind of moments was like you kind of say sweetly to yourself, "Damn, I kind of wish I was there right now, because I know heaven lit is a motherfucker."
I know, right? Or whatever afterlife, he like the first place gonna go. Hey, y'all, reservations.
I know the music. I know Black Heaven is thumping right now. You got Prince and Michael doing the heavenly verses.
And you got James Brown on the one.
Mm-hmm. No, James is the host.
you know it. Got Luther Vandross up there too. Oh shoot, Luther got to get a little verse in, and then you got Whitney. Oh snap! Like Biz, I gotta say this part.
Luther just pissing everybody off because he just switching between Lil Luther and Big Luther in between songs just to show niggas he still got it.
Oh hell! And then not to mention you got Aretha Franklin. Oh my gosh, you know how? Oh, she go back to like no, we gonna play. You gonna do this song, Biz? Up, yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can hear. Yes, ma'am. We gonna do that, man. And oh snap, he gonna be up there with his boy too. Houdini.
So they got Houdini, got the Fat Boys, got Gang Starr. The hip hop sessions definitely. 80s hip hop is becoming classical music to us because all of the original composers have gone on.
Yeah, you know what? To tell you the truth, here's the problem what I got with this generation of music. 20 years from now, are we going to look at this as a standard? Because I had to think about this. Because when you look back at 2000s, I would say early 2000s and on, you can say that was a generation. That was the standard that lived up to the standards before them. They sampled off their music, but also gave respect, where they had people from in the past do cameos and do appearances on their tracks. And now we come to here. Now it's a certain few artists that still do that, but everybody else is just, when they hear songs and we understand what sample is. And these kids literally think that, oh, that's their song, that's their beat. No, it's not. And I think it's the artists do a disservice when they do that, when they don't tell their fans that, hey, I sampled this off of Luther Vandross song. Like, for example, Beyonce, and I don't put no blame on Beyonce.
I say, like, when it comes to like sampling, because it's one song in particular that just came out, and you're hearing a lot of R&B and pop songs that are being remixed, like the "Who I Smoke," that's the Vanessa Carlton.
Yeah, a lot of mashups. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I seen a TikTok of a little boy that did a trap version. Annie, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was on some drill. I ain't gonna lie. But there's one song in particular that's out right now that's been used in memes. It's sampled off of Michael Jackson's "Rock With You." You can clearly hear what it is, but it's just sped up, nice little thump to it. Put some trap vibe to it. You can definitely see some niggas scoped up, so booty zooted tooted up. It take bands and it take brands. Yo, dance to get with me. Hit that dope, move that flow. Damn, it was go big. But what you can hear, like, those are a better version because the youngest hear it.
And they know
it's the old heads. Yeah, the old heads is gonna at least it's gonna be respectful instead of them hearing something instead of when producers want to get cryptic with samples and you really gotta listen to it. So the version they hear is nowhere near the original. You can hear the original. You can hear what sections they sampled off of. But because it's not structured like the original and they just sampled and rearranged it in a certain way, these new kids are like, no, that's their song. Because how they heard it, that's their song. And they hear in their heart, that's their song. Because they did it that way. Oh, this is just the old version. So what does he did? All he did was remix it. It's still his song, though.
Mm-hmm. So I want to, I ain't meant to cut you off, but so since we on samples, have you heard of Najee? It's a sensation that's been going on where she did a song, Go Lay Down.
Go Lay Down. I have not heard that by chance yet.
So this is a new craze that this artist, she artisted. So basically what she did was, regular TikTok. She said,
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now you know something about. Yeah.
So I want you down. So for anybody for anybody who don't know what Me and Bees is talking about, or if you do, but mainly for the ones who don't, we're going to go ahead. We're going to share it and let you hear it for yourself.
I'm about to go lay down. Yeah. Go lay down. Go. Lay down. I'm about to go lay down. I'm about to go lay down.
Lay down.
Look at your
See, you
neighbor
just
and
can't
say,
help but sing with it.
Yeah, I know, and it's giving me goosebumps. Woo.
go lay
Lay
down.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. Go lay
See,
down.
see, for those of you who don't know what she's doing right now, this is what you call
Go
church
lay down.
singing.
Yeah.
Southern Baptist holiness.
Go lay down.
A lot of
Hey,
octave
go lay down.
modulation changes and runs and riffs.
Now, I would tell you that was it, but Beast, have you heard the remixes?
The last one I heard was the one when they got David Keith into it, and he hit him with the blue. Hold me down.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got one for you.
Hold me
So
down.
you got this DJ. A DJ, I believe he's from H-Town, I believe, but I know he's from Texas. He actually did
That's
a remix.
DJ, yeah.
So
It is.
hopefully this is it. So here we go.
Go. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Sorry about that.
Lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. Yeah.
This when you let the best male and female singer in the choir just have at it.
Mm-hmm.
Now go ahead, baby. Let me use you.
Cause I'm feeling tired. Been working all damn day.
You better sing, boy.
So Roland Martin
See, you can't
actually
help but do.
Roland Martin actually had both of them on the show. Well, all of the people that did the remixes had them on the show. So I believe that guy that was singing, he was from Connecticut, and he also had Najee, the singer, on there too. And that one producer that was doing all the beats, I think he was real. Let me see. The real T Dash, I think. Yeah, T Dash. And he was on the show too as well. And Roland Martin said, "Hey, what y'all gonna do?" Najee said, "I'm ready for whatever. It's up to them what they want to do." They was like, "Word, ain't nothing but a thing. Let's do it." And that
You
beat,
don't call black folk out like that.
he did. He did, because I probably would do the same thing too. I'm like, beats is like if you lay a sample of your jam, I'm like, where the rest of it? What's good? And I know it'd be like, man, ain't no thing. I want on that track alone, I'm already sold. If that was a sample, I'm already sold. Already. And that was just a minute-long video. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, I can't match what the rest of the 2 minutes of that song is going to be, because I kind of got a Nas X. Remember his first song, how it didn't get no traction, but then all of a sudden it started to get traction, and now he's where he's at now. That's the same type of feel I got with this song. I got that feel. I can see that this song will be something that's going to be on the #1 Billboard charts for a while. What you think?
I mean, dude, the TikTok is definitely gonna get that play and that notoriety just off of that strength alone. Depending on how the final product sounds, though, yeah, you definitely got something. Because you got David Keith on there. You got the voice of Spawn. singing.
Mm.
Yeah, come on. You get that thing engineered right here. Yeah, you got yourself one hell of a track, one hell of a
Oh,
chart top.
Oh yeah, you got hit. She gonna be. I mean, done right, they gonna be eating off that for the rest of their lives. That's generational wealth right there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
passed down from generation to generation to generation. That's why you got people like Lil Nas X. You know, he ain't gonna have nothing to worry about for the rest of his damn life. As long as they keep playing his songs, keep playing his jams, even though he got another hit now, he's gonna be eating off it for the rest of his life. What other one? I won't say one hit wonders, but what I'm trying to think of other artists that had that meteoric rise like that. What other?
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yes. Oh, local.
You talking about generational wealth?
Yeah.
That man has got true generational wealth off of one track.
Mm.
He's got iconic status.
He's born and raised here. He's actually out here. He's still bees. He still do concerts.
I know you do.
And he still sings that song. Man do. he's a legend out here. Excuse me. And he got a deal. And he got a deal with freaking 7-Up. He actually got a YouTube channel where he shows how to make different drinks with 7-Up. That man is, and I think he's a DJ too. Here,
he took a song about booty and turned it into a lifetime of money.
Mm-hmm. Still one of the most played songs in the world. Not just the city.
One of the most known songs in the world.
Not just the city, not the state, but the world, Craig. Never know. That man
I like people. Watson cannot lie.
That song made white men look at booty. Pretty much. Where they thought it was fat. Like, honey, you're fat. Or, like, oh, that's fat. And then Sir Mix-a-Lot like, no. Look. You have to look. That's why he put that one part there. He said, girls, turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got shot.
White boys got shot.
Yeah. He told Lily, look, you know you be looking. If a look, because nowadays, I'm going to tell you, well, you know that going back to the father thing, you know that your father raised you right when you were small is when every time a good looking woman go by, his neck breaks. He'd be like, sit. Eyes locked in. And you like, yeah, that's my son. And you got mom over there. Boy, you better turn your hair around, finish your food. He like, no. Let him have his fun. Let him look. Like, calm down. He got to learn something. He got to learn some way.
Secret moment. It's called manly pride. You're just like,
mm-hmm. That's my boy. That's my son.
No, like when you see somebody random 3-year-old just get to wandering and they end up around the pretty lady and they just all so blatantly all in this woman's chest, this face.
Mm-hmm. And laughing at
you. And then they look back at you. They say, oh, what's up? They look at you with that devil's look up.
That's my boy.
You just looking like
but to tell you the truth, going back to the song, I really want them to. I know they're going to collab, but they're probably working on it as we speak right now. I'm already going to tell y'all, it's going to be a banger, literally a banger. When that something goes Spotify, I don't care how much it costs. I don't care if it costs $5.99. I'm buying. I'm literally gonna buy it, even if it's free. I'm gonna be like, where can I donate? like with your project. And speaking of projects, Beast, how is your project going on, sir? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before he answers, let me go ahead and set the scene for you. So we all know that you've been working on your LP, you've been working on some singles, and if you follow Beast Johnson either on Facebook or Instagram, he's been having, as you can see, he's been putting in his work. He's working with some great engineers, great producers. Actually, one of the producers that actually referred me to you, which he needs to come on the show, like for real, because he be making some dope ass beats, and not to mention he's director of the choir. Is this true?
Yes, got that. I mean, you can't play music and be black and not have some kind of experience directing the choir.
Yeah, that's true, and he be making some beats. But you've been working with him for the longest time, and I believe that this is going to be your breakout, Beast. I honestly do believe, because you also had your samples on your Instagram, also on your Facebook too as well, which we also shared a while back of that sample. So my question is this: where are you at right now with your LP?
Well, working on the second half of the LP right now. Just got a new batch of work here from Sam Producer. So my working on feature work pretty much at this point. I've got enough solo content where I feel content. So now it's time to bring in some extra voices.
Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. So how many songs are you that you already got finished right now currently?
Minus the EP. Got another 7 songs. No. Yeah, 7 solo songs. Like 2 features did that. Yeah.
Now,
yeah, sounds right.
so take this to an account. Ladies and gentlemen, Beast is working on his album while he's doing this movement in Greensboro, where he's uniting all the independent artists to fight against the machine that is trying to stop and shun the independent artists from getting their music out there to the world. At the same time, if this is not the make of the hardest working man in business, I don't know what is. So Beast, please tell me how it is, man. How do you do it? And also, how is the move? Because recently you just did an event. Actually, you did 2 events, correct?
I headlined last week, and then I came in and helped with the R&B night. So we've already established the hip hop aspect of it. So now folks know that, hey, if you feel like you can rap and you want to get out there, here's a venue. And now it's time to establish it for the singers and give them that comfortable, safe space to perform their production material.
Oh man.
That's doing good. This is going into the second month now of doing it, and it's been getting progressively better. The artists are definitely coming in and responding, and the fans are responding. The actual community is coming out consistently.
Yeah, that would be my next question. Like, how is it being received out there? But now I know that the community are actually coming out, which I can contest to this. You did post the videos, and I actually saw it. I was like, man, I was like, look at the support. And so, how is outside of Greensboro, how is that information? Because it's received, how the movement is received, because like they say, news travels fast. Are you getting love or getting notoriety outside Greensboro?
Well, you're gonna get notoriety for anything. Notoriety is part and parcel with being notorious. It's not necessarily always for good things when people know about you. So we don't really worry about that. But to answer that question honestly, um, it's going good because you have interlopers, mimics, and outright thieves. So since the inception, we've already had one entity try to come in and finagle and set something up in the same city. Excuse me, doing the same thing as another individual just try to flat out do it the same night, same time. I found that to be very funny.
That's crazy.
I told you're more than what I told them. If you ain't got nobody hating on you, you ain't doing nothing.
That's true.
Folk don't hate on lazy people. Folk don't hate on folk that ain't doing shit with their lives. You ain't never seen nobody turn their face up and start hating on the bump.
That's true. You're not lying
They
about
ain't hating,
that.
you ain't doing that. So I embrace that. Now, so when those type of things come in, I usually just sit back and laugh at them. Like, who said it? And they look like, what again? Okay. Duly noted. I know to treat them like shit when I see them. Good to know. Move forward.
Basically.
You ain't fucked up my money. And now that I know how you really feel, I ain't gonna give you no chance to get nowhere near me and money.
Sounds about right. Sounds exactly right. That's crazy. But like they say, you ain't doing much until, like you said, till the haters start to hate. But it's great that it seemed like it's also a platform for people who haven't been getting heard, rather than people that's already established in the independent market.
It is. Actually, Mr. Christopher Carter from Daddy Duty, he stepped into it and kind of taking on an A&R manager role in the sense of he had one of his little homies that had expressed that urge and that passion, and we got him out there. And this week was actually his first time ever performing. Did not disappoint.
Oh, okay.
Very proud of him, myself personally. And the crowd definitely responded to him and his music, which was even better.
And Beast, I think this is a good time that I can say this to changes that I'm about to write down and what I'm going to start doing with the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the updates that I've been thinking about that I'm going to implement for the show from now on. If you tuned into last show, Teach brought up a great plan that I was like, you know what, let's start doing it. But then today I was like, let me go ahead and put it like this. So we always preach about controlling the narrative. And this is how we're going to control it. So every Monday, it's going to be about the news, what is going on, and we give our takes and give the solutions. Wednesday is education, where Teach will be giving us, well, take that back. Teach going to be giving us a history lesson every Friday to start off the show. But every Wednesday, we're going to learn some about money, learn about some, e-commerce and all that great stuff. So either we're going to be giving it, but we encourage that we have people, entrepreneurs, business business owners that are already in the game that can come on this show and spit some game to help you out to get information for free, and as well as have sponsors to actually sponsor that show, sponsor that segment. So it's no cost to you, the viewer. So that if you have a business or if you are actually helping out the community, I also encourage to have politicians, mayors, Liebermans, or just local officials that are helping out the community. We want you to come on this show to help out people who is willing to put in the work, who are willing to follow in your footsteps and make something of themselves. So let me go run through how we're going to start doing the show. Mondays, we're going to talk about the top stories dealing with us Black people. Wednesdays is I want to call it the one-on-one Wednesday, where we have entrepreneurs, business owners, politicians on this show to explain their tips, explain their successes to business and e-commerce. And then on Friday, Soul Fridays, where Teach will hit us up with some African history, either history that we did not know to history that we know, but we don't know, if you catch my drift. What you think about that, Beast?
I like that.
So we can break it on down. And then also, ladies and gentlemen, more great things are coming to the show, and also with the Wet Network. Right now, Wet Network is taking a little bit of a rest right now. We are still continuing to move on into the new platform. I'm still currently working on that as well. I will tell you this: come September, the Wet Network will be up and running, hand to the sky. Promise you that. We got you. We already got people that we want to put up on there. I know Beast got a lot of people that are lined up that want to get on the Wet Network, and I'm telling you, we're in the works. And also, Beast, I know we're supposed to do like a watch party, have our commentary, but I got one better for you, which is going to be a pay-per-view show. Now,
all right,
we got Kevin Samuels. The Kevin Samuels of the world that are on YouTube that's got Divide. A panelist on this show that don't like Kevin Samuels, but I think it's a discussion that needs to be had, and I believe that it's going to get too raw and too hot, even for this platform, even for it to be free. Are you willing for us to have this pay-per-view where it's too hot for free broadcasting?
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna write the show up. This is something that I want us to build upon, because I want to show where we can talk about these issues that Kevin Samuels of the world are talking about, because I believe. Now, I'm not a Kevin Samuels fan, but I understand where he's coming from. And these are, even though I do believe that relationship is a 50-50, but I do believe that we do have an issue with females, alpha females, getting into a man's role a little bit too much.
Yes.
And then they want us to be men, but how can we be men when we try to be it? You push us back down, and not to mention you're standing in our spot. And so I want to have that conversation. I don't want to just have it with men. I also want to have it with women. I want women. I actually want the strong, independent women on there. I want the ones that are single. I want the ones also that have a great relationship going on to the married. Same with the men. The men that are strong, independent. The ones that are in a good relationship, and the ones that are married. So we can have a conversation. Honestly, I can't say I want us to have organized. How can I say it? A great conversation because I know it's going to be back and forth, but we're going to keep it as civil as we can. And honestly, I'm encouraging the aggressiveness to come out because in life you need to be aggressive sometimes. You
True.
can't just be like sit back and I just want to hear what you guys say, but all the things that they're going to say is going to make you bite your damn tongue to the point where you spitting out the tip of your tongue or biting your lip till you got a freaking hole. So I'm gonna come up with the ideas with the show. I will see who I can have on. Beast on your end, see who you can have on, or you can do the whole panel, and then we can just go from there because I think Kevin Samuels having too much fun, and also platforms like him are having way too much fun with this. I think it's our turn to do our part and step in and let's have this happen.
All I got to say is if you think Kevin pisses you off, I'm gonna make you love
it. And y'all already know me. You know me. I'm gonna be the host, the mediator, as well as Beast. He's gonna be the mediator and the host as well. But as a host, we're not just going to be like answering questions and just mediate. We're going to put our insights on it too, as well. So don't think that we just going to watch it go back and forth, and let's mediate. No, we're going to let y'all know a little something too as well. But as for the Wet Network, this is one thing I forgot to say. For the Wet Network as well, I will use my YouTube channel as a pathway to all the content creators. Beast, I would get up with you on that when you have time.
All right.
Let's say Sunday.
All right.
Sunday we can talk about this. So
I'm still gonna mess around with that app. Put me on too.
What's that?
We'll see the one we tried to work with last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
It does have some potential.
Mm-hmm. I like it. But my internet is stupid slow over here. But yeah, I like it. But yeah, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things going on. Like I said, I got to write down my book Beast. I would talk to you on Sunday more about it, about the show, and then using my YouTube channel to get the content going and getting their stuff up on here, and I can upload it, and then eventually going to Bilal to put our stuff up on there. See, ladies and gentlemen, y'all get the inside stuff on this show. Y'all get the inside stuff, but now we getting into the nitty gritty where you gotta pay. I just say pay to play. So yeah, so it's just getting there because eventually we're gonna have concerts on here, on the Beast end, and then me with what the show me and him about to craft up on about the man versus woman thing. So that's on my end, but Beast will have on his end concerts and the music part. I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot in the works that's going to happen. And yes, not all of it's going to be paid to play, but half of it will. But then if we're going to have a concert to know what you're getting, we going to show that. And then also for special shows like the one that I'm working on and me and B soon to be working on, it's going to be shown on here too. But sometimes there are things that are too hot for TV. It's been a while since I heard that line. Too hot for TV. Tell you, man, it's a lot of great things that's gonna be happening on our
I can't wait to show you what we're doing.
I cannot wait. And then also Unrehearsed Podcast, we're going to be, I'm letting y'all know by the end of July, and the end of July is coming soon and coming fast. The Unrehearsed Podcast will be up because once again, football season's around the corner, and we already got people that's already in line. They've been asking, they like, "Hey, when y'all gonna get that sports show started?" I said, "Don't worry, we are. We just got built up to it. We got built up. We've been seeing the commercials, but I'm telling you, y'all don't know what y'all missing. We're gonna be talking about not only just NFL. We're gonna be talking about boxing because the Fury and the Wilder fight just got postponed because of freaking Tyson Fury, and yeah, we got fights coming up. Fights,
Cool.
UFC, racing, basketball. I wish we was doing the show with the NBA finals going on, but you know, we can build up to that. But right now, college is in full swing. You know, you got Alabama fan over here, and then you got me, the Virginia Tech Hokie fan over here. So lots to talk about, and it's around the corner, and I cannot wait. We're gonna have myself, obviously we're gonna have B. Johnson, we have our boy Mayo. We also going to have Mr. Jones of this wonderful sponsor behind us. We're gonna try to pull popcorn. He's gonna be joining us because he's also he's a head coach of a youth football league team. So he jumped on board, and then also our number one fan, McCary, is going to be on the show as well. He's going to be talking sports with us. So we're going to be not only live on here, we're going to be live on Sportscaster as well, and the Matrix, where we will be, you know, writing a little bit of articles here and keeping score of the game for you as well. So much, ladies and gentlemen, so much with Unrehearsed Podcast. I cannot wait. Man, sports season is here. Oh, most definitely. But other than that, it's time for us to head on out. But any final points beats on this nice Friday? Final points.
No. Happy to get out here. Happy to make a show. I'm happy for the improvements on everybody's end, and I can't wait to show everybody what we bring to the table.
Oh yeah. And for me, I'm just happy to make these changes to the show. Be a spotlight. First of all, I want to thank each and once again. I want to thank each and one of y'all, every panelist that been on the show, including the ones that are still here. That I did not expect that this show would have helped y'all out to, you know, I won't say a big help, but a little bit of a help to what y'all been doing outside the show. You got your movement, you got your your EP, and then Teach with her getting her travels and people, Tanzania and other countries in Africa want to see her much more. So I appreciate that I'm actually helping y'all out a bit on the outside, and I just thank y'all for just coming on the show, because y'all making the way for me too, because it's actually making my show, you know, I won't say popular, but you know, worth watching. You know, so I'm happy that it's giving y'all an avenue of, you know, new opportunities on y'all end. So I appreciate that I'm doing that for y'all, and I will continue to do more for you and create those opportunities, not only just for y'all, but also for myself too as well. So I appreciate y'all sticking with me, and my show has actually created a way for y'all too as well. So that's my final points. So it's just great to know that. So and speaking of those guys, tell them they need to bring their ass to the show. Tell them to stop being all about the movie, like your boy from the one that had that video that's from where I'm at. LA. He needs to come on the show. I hope he's watching. You need to come on the show. Stop BSing. Come on the show.
I would definitely reach out to him and go ahead and send him your way.
I would love to have our own beats on the streets, or what's the other one we love? The Basement. I want to have a cipher. Beast. I really want to have a freaking cipher. I'm not lying.
okay.
I'm not lying. I want a cipher on a special show on it may not be hashtag Fade to Black. It could be on the Ella Bunty show. Who knows? But I want a cipher. I don't think any other show have ever done that. Ever. And I'm asking for it. Only cipher you have heard done is BET. And you know how we feel about BET. What a cipher. So cannot wait. So much.
We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that.
Oh yeah. I cannot freaking wait. I mean, all these other
Yes.
BETs have too much fun with it. It's time for us to actually get down to real nitty gritty. I want that country dirt. I want that Georgia Clay. I want that
Well,
I want that bar. I want that
calls this weekend.
I want that North Carolina barbecue. I want that Virginia slab up on that Virginia ham up on there. Also, I want that I want Memphis. Memphis, can you hear me? I want y'all. I want the smoke from y'all too. Florida. I want the smoke. Mississippi, Alabama. I would never visit y'all, but I want the smoke. If you got your people down there, I'm telling you, if y'all got some folks down there that can spit, cipher, holla at us. Arkansas. I forgot about y'all. Arkansas. Louisiana. Want that smoke. Want it. If you got somebody that can spit, cipher. Holla at us. I'm calling them all out. Texas.
Yeah, man.
You heard me. Cipher. Wet Network. If you've been grinding, you feel like people ain't been hearing you, cipher. Holla at us. Cipher. BT ain't gonna put you on, and you know it. Source ain't gonna put you on. No, all due respect. World Star, you gotta work extra hard for that. No disrespect. But the Wet Network. If we see talent, cipher. And speaking of cipher, we were just about to leave the show. I guess we're gonna stay on for an extended period of time. You know who it is, bro, man.
You already know.
Fifth Flow. Money never sleeps, ladies and gentlemen. Mayo.
What's good with yourself?
What's up, brother? How y'all doing, man? My bad, man. Dang, I knew that I had to catch y'all towards the end, or maybe afterwards, but I'm glad I got a chance to see y'all tonight, man. What's good with y'all brothers?
We good.
It's good.
That's what's up, man.
We just went over the new formats of pay-per-view, which Mayo, would you okay, so here's the pay-per-view that just came to my mind. So we talked about Kevin Samuels on the show. Okay. And I just decided to be like, you know what? I think it's a deeper conversation that we should be having. So it's going to be too hot for TV. It's going to be too hot for TV, so we're going to have it as a pay-per-view where we have a mix. So this is how the category is going to be for both sides, for both men and women. You're going to have the ones that are single. You have the ones that are in relationships, and then you're going to have the ones that are married. Excuse me. Me and Beast is going to be the co-host. Would you mind joining into the show? Because right now I still got to work out. We got to work out like the details.
Oh, I don't mind. You know, what I mean, I consider myself an expert now on the relationships. Like not Luther, like Teddy Pendergrass called us. We're serial lovers.
Mm-hmm.
About,
yeah.
I forgot which one. I don't know if it was TKO. He talked about being a serial lover. you know, and I've been through the ups and downs and high and lows of our relationships and what our sisters are putting us through today. So, and you know, I don't know the solution, but I know exactly what's causing it. You know, and I think that we just got to keep discussing it. You know, so hopefully, you know, I think that some of them are trying to pay us back from what our brothers have done in the past. You know, so, but
Yes,
you know,
it's true.
yeah. So, but before this war, I'm always open to discussion.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So now we also gonna change the format of the show as well. So Monday is gonna be just talking about the news,
Okay.
that pertain to us. Then Wednesday, I call it the one-on-one Wednesday because I encourage, since you are an entrepreneur, and then also I forgot to mention this, B, and you are an independent artist, that you basically would teach the trade for people. So, for example, for let's say an entrepreneur for cooking, they will give their insights on what drove them to what's their drive, how they got started, and where they at now with their business. Just giving them tips, and then also encouraging sponsors to sponsor that show, so it's free for the audience members. I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, if they don't get sponsors that you have to pay somehow. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. So that's basically going to be like a e-commerce, business. And then Friday, Soul Friday, Teach is going to be leading off the show with African history, from history that we don't know to to history that we know but we don't know. If you catch my drift.
Interesting.
So we're not going to be Friday will be the only show that we're not going to be doing the opening statement. We're just going to lead right into it. So I already talked to Chief. Me, Chief did a show on Wednesday, and she was cool with it. But yeah, and because it's better for us to control the narrative. If we're going to control the narrative, we got to get on all fronts, with the news, with business, and then with our history. So that is a strong mixture. That's a strong front. And then and then you be an entrepreneur. I know you got a lot of tips and strategies because you deal with real estate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, real estate, advertising, different type of business, but definitely I'm excited about just putting some twist into what it would do, and just some spicing it up a little bit. I'm excited about that.
And speaking of excited, I already got Beast excited. So the end of July, first week of August, the Unrehearsed podcast is gonna be on. I already told. I said. I mean, sports coming around the corner. I mean, you got Virginia Tech Hokie, you got a Roll Tide over here. Then you got the, and then you got the Ohio State Buckeyes. So we got some rivalry games going on. My rivalry game is those stinky Cavaliers. His rivalry game is Auburn, and your rivalry game is anything dealing with Michigan.
right. That team up north. We don't want to say the name.
I mean, y'all. I mean, like every year you be. I was actually watching the All or Nothing on Amazon with that one team from Michigan and how y'all beat them. I think it was like 42 to 26 or something like that. I was like, and that's when y'all had Barrett. Y'all had Barrett that time.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've not won nothing in like so many years. I think I mean, quite frankly, like I don't. At some point, some people they act like it's not a rival no more. It's always gonna be a rival to us, but at least until we get the all-time numbers, which I think that happened after we canceled a lot of games. We lost a lot of numbers of wins, but the all-time wins they still have it, So until we get the all-time win, which that's back in days when they didn't allow black folks to play.
I mean, yeah,
that's when they racked up all those numbers. But recently, oh Lord, they've been struggling. So I can't wait to get to that conversation.
I mean, look at what y'all produced out of freaking Ohio. I mean, the first on the list is freaking Ezekiel Elliott. Now, speaking of college team, Beach, what do you think about your Christian Town? Y'all thinking about doing a repeat Hopefully not. But are y'all thinking about doing a repeat?
For which team? For which college team?
Huh.
I'm talking about your Alabama.
Oh no. What was he? Me personally, because it's North Carolina, I got to go with Duke or Carolina, so I go with Carolina. I like to fuck with people, and mainly Confederate white boys, by saying Alabama, just so I can run around, roll tide. It fucks with white people head when they see a nigga that look like me to say roll tide.
Oh, they disrespectful in Tennessee. They disrespectful.
Oh no.
I mean,
yeah, but until they see you, when they hear roll tide and they see it come from this face, they don't know. They're like, hold on, he different.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Come here, boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a defense mechanism. Yep. Every black person got them.
And the funny thing is, when I was stationed in Fort Campbell, when Alabama was playing Tennessee, all the Alabama fans was in the bars. They was singing that. I hate this song, "Sweet Home Alabama." So when they went to karaoke, they was singing. It was like "Sweet Home Alabama, Roll Tide Roll." I was like, and none of the Tennessee fans said anything. I was sitting there. I was like, the disrespect. I know for a fact. If Alabama played at HBCU, one of the best HBCU colleges, and their fans did that near the campus, it would have been a fight. It would have been a straight up fight. I think
somebody different go for a gun.
Right. And I think Mayo can agree with me on this. If Alabama and Ohio ever played a game within the regular season and Alabama fans went up in the wrong part of Ohio singing that song, Roll Tide Roll, I know it'll be a fight. Come on. Be honest with me, Mayo. You know we've been a fight. Hopefully I don't know what Mayo's doing, but hopefully he heard me. But I honestly believe that this football season, mainly the college football season, like always, I think it's gonna be an underdog season. I think it's an underdog. What's that?
Who you think? Because I know you for a minute, something I had to take it was the call. But you said like who you say who's gonna be an underdog season? The season itself?
The season itself. I think it's the season of the underdog.
Really?
I believe. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be a team that I got that feeling because last year, with COVID and all that stuff, all the powerhouses basically, they did what they was expected to do. Alabama was expected to be in the national championship game and all that stuff. But I believe, what's that one college down in Florida? UCF?
Oh, UCF.
Huh?
UCF. There's two of them, South Florida and Central Florida.
Mm-hmm. UCF is going to get ranked. And I'm not saying ranked like yes,
like top 25 or top 10.
I believe they're gonna be ranked.
25.
You know what? I'm gonna do my bold prediction, and y'all can hold me to this. UCF.
I love it.
UCF has been underdogs, unranked, that shown that they can compete. They actually beat a freaking SEC because you beat SEC, you like the God among men.
Yeah, SEC is soft, man.
And the National League, yeah. And so they beat a SEC team, and in a college bowl. they have proven their worth. Well, to me, I believe that if they're not ranked top 10, then I would say they would be ranked top 15. I believe that. I believe that they're gonna get their
maybe
respect.
15 though.
I like I said, if it's not top 10, it's top 15. But one thing I'm surprised about, and ladies, if y'all get the taste of the Unrehearsed podcast, is Arizona. I did not know Herm Edwards coached Arizona State.
Oh, yeah, he been there for 3 years.
I did not know.
That was a good thing when he
And that
sorry about that.
Yeah, because right now that program is actually building upon something. You know, their wide receiver core is pretty good. Their freaking running back. Well, let me check the record. Hold on. Let me check their record. Let me see.
They weren't as good as expected the first year or so, but they've been doing real good in the sense of just publicity, and Herm Edwards has always been a great coach. I mean, when he coached the Colts, I think he coached, so I mean, I was just happy.
And then the Jets too, as well.
Yeah, the Jets, absolutely. I was happy to see him get a job at the college level because he could be a good mentor to them young men. I think he's a real man's man. I mean, like I don't know. Oh, speaking of that, you made me think about I sent you. You might see it later on Instagram a video of a ad of this woman. This one, it's an ad of a sitcom. One is.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah,
pissed me off, man. Again, a woman telling her son to get back out there to go fight people. That mentality in our neighborhood is what's killing our kids. I mean, that's probably a conversation for another day. But I hate when I dislike when I see our community, like when people tell kids, "Go get tough, go fight." Somebody beat them up, or somebody jump them, go back out there and go fight them. You got to do the things by the right way. Report to the authorities and get things done. Get things done legally. We need to stop doing things like where we think like we can just send kids out there to go. I mean, I just took the subject a whole different left, but I'm just saying when you said that triggered my mind. That upset me earlier. I was gonna use that as my last message, my final message.
I got you. I got you.
But back to him, he's a real man's man. He's not afraid to cry and talk about things, and at the same time, he's a family man, a professional, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Herm Edwards actually taken them to, excuse me, to 2 bowl games. Well, obviously 2020. I don't think he took them there. I don't know their record from last year, but I
think is it Arizona?
Did they? Yeah, Arizona State. Did they quit the season? Because I know it was a certain amount of college team that just quit the whole season altogether.
Yeah, they didn't finish this. I think they some of the players decided they were not going to play.
The COVID. So when he took over in 2018. He won. He lost his first bowl game, Las Vegas Bowl against Fresno State. Was 20-31, not too bad. But they did won their last one in 2019 in the Sun Bowl against Florida State, 2014. So, I mean, not that bad. His record, because he's been with them for 3 years. That's including 2020. His record is 17-13.
Oh wow!
And honestly, tell you, 17 wins, 13 losses, but his percentage is still over 500. So, I mean, he's not that. I can't frown upon that.
I mean, for somebody who is coming in and just getting a chance, a black coach. I mean, it's kind of hard to get things going because I mean, I have a soft spot for a lot of black coaches because they've not been put through. I mean, so you gotta understand, most of these white coaches they get so many chances. So
yes, you're right.
And so then the black coaches get 1 and or 2 and they're out. So that's what I mean by I have a lot of respect for them, because for that record is not bad for that kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean, for 3 years, and then not to mention if you exclude the 2020 season, he did give you a bowl game. He gave you a victory. So you can't take that away from him. If the difference is y'all go to a bowl game, y'all just lose, then you have to be like, you get us there, but you don't go over the hump. So I give it to Herm because I actually think Herm Edwards, he got a real good offense. They just need to work on that defense. If they can work on that defense, because Herm, he's a defensive guy, so that's why I'm kind of
he
surprised.
was defensive back. He was defensive back.
Yeah, so yeah, for those nasty ass Beagles, but I give him a pass. I mean, I give Herm because he's one of the he's one of the ex Eagles that didn't try to come at the Cowboys too much. He give us some respect. I give him that, so that's why I got love for Herm. And then also Herm, was he from the tree? Was he from the Tony Dungy tree?
Yes. They were just close, I think, or they played at the same time. Something along those lines, I think.
Yeah, because of all the coaches that that are cool with.
I don't know if say it again. I think I'm freezing. I don't know if you see me or not or hear me. But yeah, I mean, I if you can hear me, I know. Yeah, I think you were saying of all the coaches that did something, but I think them two guys are just great. I mean, been African American coaches that played, and still being able to show that dignity. I think the biggest thing about our culture is we've always been looked down on and been looked down on as people who cannot hold it up, because when we think about black people, we think about the neighborhood, the projects and all that stuff. And when somebody can come out of that, but they come out and they show black wealth, and I mean black wealth, I mean like dignity and what they do, kind of like Obama, the Obama story, that those are all stuff that we saw in Bill Cosby as a sitcom or show back then, and we never thought it was real. We just thought it was something that we watch on TV. But when we see the real lives of this players coming out, becoming coaches and being professional, man, great man. They have a family, beautiful family. They do things respectably. They're just on point, very disciplined. So I have all the utmost respect for Tony Dungy and the rest of them. Herm Edwards. I mean, the other brother who coached the Eagles, I forgot his name. He's a little chubby guy, but he's coached the Eagles. I think he did that. We played to win the game. Is that him? I think that was Herm Edwards. No, the one I'm talking about is like we thought they were who we thought they were. I mean, I forgot the dude's name. They were who we thought they were. I mean, he coached the Eagles for a while. Then I think the Chiefs. That's when he did that. They were who we thought they were. But we've had some good black coaches in the NFL, and ones that were they had great characters. There's nothing like just having great character for me. I think that's the bottom line, because what's expected of us is not that. People expect the worst of us because of what the stigmas and stigmatization of black people has been. I'm glad that they never fell into any of those stereotypes. They kept holding the flag up. When we say these things, it's not like we're saying that only black people matter or that our culture matters. It's just as much as we get a beating from Hollywood and the news, the media. It's good to see those great stories that shows that that we have some great individuals in our community. So. But yeah, man, I think about there's this running back for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He lost his mom. She used to be a cop. What's his name, man? His mom was a cop. He was a running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for so long. Skinny guy, and he ended up coming out building homes for kids. And he has a nonprofit building homes for kids. Not LT, but he was not Corey Dillon. I'm sorry. But the guy that he's played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, skinny guy, running back. Anyways, but it's a lot of good people that has been to the NFL. I was just talking about good people that been to the NFL, come out with great character
a Mayo. I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties and all that stuff, and so I just want to say this real quick. We're gonna have to leave it right here. Mayo, I get in touch with you on Sunday because I want you to be a part of the details and all that stuff. Because right now I can't hear you because of the connection issues on my end. But everybody, thank y'all for tuning in to hashtag Faith to Black. And Mayo, me, he was having a great conversation, and I had issues on my end. My fault. Good grief. But other than that, as for Beast Johnson, who had technical he had some things he had.
Right. You know, and we out. You know, I think there's something's going on, but we out. Go ahead and close it out. You know, it's, like he always says with Beast Johnson, like myself. You know, there you go. Look, do your job. Do your job. Wrap it up.
It keeps kicking me off. So I'm going ahead and ask for myself, Donna Montemores, your gracious host, and as for Mayo for being on the show. He came in at the nick of time. Thank you so much. Catch y'all later. See y'all on Monday. And remember, we control the narrative. We're outro. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.